Hello, hello. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I'm here literally every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We have got epic troll slayers. You have kept us safe for years. Thank you. And we've got a fantastic community because you have been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. If you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed, or whatever works for you. So I just want to say I'm running late today, and I apologize. I do apologize. I was trying so hard. I was trying so hard to look at Ghoulaine Maxwell's, the Ghouls, astrology chart and find something that would tell me no chance, she's not getting anything. I'm sorry to jump right into the icky deep end, but that's why I'm late, because I was looking and looking and looking, and I finally just dumped all of the aspects, all the transits, all the everything into AI, into Claude, to just say, what do you see? Because maybe I thought, okay, so anyway, hello. We're 1 minute in. Oh, dear great Gussie. Okay, here's what's going on. So the Ghoulaine, did her, she gave her little deposition or whatever it was this morning, and said that, oh, she'll talk. She'll say everything if she's let out of prison. I swore out loud. Yes, I did. Multiple times. So, let me tell you, yeah, what did Claude say? G. Green and Byrne are saying. Yeah, I think Claude put it better than I could, because I don't want to swear on this channel. Okay. All right. Just a tiny bit. There we go. All right. Thank you, Laura. Okay. Oh, yeah, she did take the 5th, too. Yeah, that was a thing. Okay. All right. You know what? We're just going to read this together. We're just going to read this together. Because I skimmed it. I skimmed it very well, but still, it was, okay, share screen. So when I dumped all of this into Claude, and when I say I dumped all of this into Claude, I meant I dumped all of this into Claude. Great chart to look at right now. Okay. And forgive me for just reading straight, because we're going to talk. Yeah, I use Claude. It's so much better than ChatGPT. I can't even tell you. Anyway, let's do this. Let me search for the latest news on this before diving into the astrology. Oh, wow. This is literally happening today. Her deposition was this morning, and she pled the 5th, but her lawyer made the extraordinary statement that Maxwell is prepared to speak fully and honestly if granted clemency by President Trump, essentially offering to clear Trump's name in exchange for getting out of prison. Democrats are calling it exactly what it is, which is, it's very clear she's campaigning for clemency. Now let me get into the chart, because it's telling the whole story right now. And again, I don't like just reading to you or just reading to you from AI, but Claude really got it, and this is the best way to explain it to you. Okay, natal picture, what she's like, which is vile. This is a Capricorn stellium person, Sun, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, all in Capricorn. Do you remember yesterday I was showing you the astrology where it was the aristocracy the landed gentry, all of that, that's Capricorn. On the negative side, it's all about the class system and lots and lots of money makes me better than thee kind of garbage. Absolute garbage. So the fact that she has a whole grouping of planets in Capricorn, not surprised. And you know me, I love Capricorns. I have a weakness for Capricorns. Matter of fact, I have to tell myself, it's like, you know, a male Capricorn artist, creative artist, who's a really nice guy, it's like, don't do it. Don't do it. It won't work out. It never works out. Don't do it. I have a weakness for Capricorns. But when they go bad, holy buckets. Anyway, that's someone built for power structures, institutions, and hierarchies. She knows how systems work and how to work them. She has her moon in Leo. Oh, the sign of kings and queens. So her emotional needs to be all of that. So both her sun and a bunch of her planets and her moon are all in pretty much the two signs that when they go bad are the most entitled to anything that you can get. In the third house, wants to be seen, wants attention, wants to perform. That Leo moon is the socialite, the one who needs to be the center of something glamorous. She has a Gemini ascendant, midheaven, and Aquarius. Okay, that's annoying, because so do I. That part I have too. I have a Gemini ascendant, I have a midheaven, and a North Node in Aquarius. I'm sorry if I sound annoyed, but I am. I'm really annoyed. Anyway, Gemini ascendant with an MC Aquarius. She's the connector, the networker. Gemini rising people can talk to anyone, be anything to anyone. I don't know about be any. I definitely can. I've always been able to talk to people. MC in Aquarius. Oh my gosh, it's like 2 degrees away from mine. No, 4 degrees away from mine. Anyway, MC in Aquarius is about operating within networks and groups. Oh, she has lucky Jupiter conjunct that MC, that midheaven, that status in life. Oh, so she's had luck climbing the ladder. She had enormous social reach and access to power. Barf. Okay, here's where it gets wild. What's hitting right now? Transiting Pluto is at nearly, just short of 4 degrees Aquarius. It is conjunct her natal sun. My gosh, it nearly to the minute. It's what? 20, not even, yeah, 25 minutes. It's very close. Transiting Pluto is on her sun. No, transiting Pluto is in Aquarius. It's not conjunct. Yeah, it's actually semi-sextile. Claude has all the AIs have trouble sometimes with aspects. And I have had to go in and put all kind of information in the instructions for this project, which is astrology, astrographics, that sort of stuff. So it does eventually corrects itself, but that's still very close. So it's not Aquarius, Capricorn's 30 degrees. That's 30 degrees away then. So that is semi-sextile. Pluto is sitting right on her 9th house. Okay, so it's in her 9th house conjunct her Jupiter MC. It's not quite. It's still short by about 6-7 degrees. But anyway, the 9th house is the legal system, and Pluto is transforming her relationship with the legal system. And yeah, this is the total destruction and rebuilding of identity transit. Yeah, pretty close. No, that would have been before. Still, doesn't matter. Anyway, Neptune at 0 degrees Aries is square her Mars at 0 degrees Capricorn. Yes, that is a square. That's practically exact. Neptune in the sky square Mars in a chart is deception, confusion around actions, and motivations. Is she cooperating? Is she lying? No and yes. Nobody can tell. That's the point. Neptune dissolves clarity. She's playing in fog, and this transit is the perfect signature for I'll talk if you let me out, because what she's actually saying is unknowable. Neptune square Mars is the master manipulator transit, or a person who genuinely believes their own distortion. It causes an unknowability and distortion around your actions. So I just want to come back here and make sure I'm double checking the All right, I'm not seeing anything in the chat that's okay that I need to deal with right now. Okay. Yes, exactly, Cindy. Oh, okay. Let's let her out. Social talk. What garbage. Yes. So Mars transiting the sky, and Aquarius is opposite her natal moon in Leo. Yes, Aquarius is opposite from Leo. Nearly exact. This is combative, emotionally volatile. Mars, god of war, action, martial energy, and your natal moon is your emotional nature, what you emotionally need, what you emotionally give. This martial energy being opposite your moon it's like a seesaw. So your actions, it would bring down your emotions, but then you'd get emotional, which would bring down your actions, or that energy. But they're not buddies. The moon is Big Mom. Mars is god of war. They're not buddies. Do you know what I mean? They can work together very well, but opposite each other. Anyway, this is combative, emotionally volatile, and public. Mars opposing moon is a fight or flight moment. That makes sense. In her case, it's playing out as a direct confrontation with Congress today. Moon rules her second house, Cancer. This is about her resources, her security, what she values. She's trading what she knows or claims to know for survival. Okay, just a few more things here, and then we'll get the conclusion. Transiting Sun, Aquarius, conjunct her south node. Okay, 21 Aquarius. Where is her node? Hang on, let me go back up here. Node, Leo, 20 degrees. Okay. North node, Leo, 20 degrees. So where was this? Okay, so at transiting Sun at 21 degrees Aries is conjunct her south node, opposite her north node. Correct. The Sun is illuminating her karmic axis. If it was really illuminating her karmic axis, wouldn't she burst into flames? Sorry, I'm just annoyed. I'm sorry. I'm not usually like this, but okay. The south node in Aquarius is old patterns of operating within powerful networks and groups. The universe is literally shining a spotlight on her past network behavior. Yes. And the south node is transiting her natal Pluto. This is a massive karmic reckoning transit. Again, flames, right? If it was really just, okay. South node touching Pluto dredges up the deepest, darkest buried material. Yes. And the last thing, transiting Saturn. So 29 Pisces. When you are coming at, because I've got to double check AI's, I've got to double check Claude's aspects. I mean, it has the degrees but I've got to mentally say, okay, is this sign square or trine or whatever, that sign. And I can do that because the first thing I look at, and you can do this yourself, if you ever hear, because the first thing you're looking at is the number. And if the numbers are the same, because there are 30 degrees in each sign, anything at 29 degrees of a sign, and then something else at nearly 29 degrees at a sign, you definitely have an aspect of some nature. So Pisces and Capricorn, that makes sense. Let me just show this to you quickly because I need to step out of this energy for just a moment and we'll go right back to it. But when you're looking at when you're looking at charts or anything like that, Capricorn is here, and then 2 signs later is Pisces. So something at 29 degrees Capricorn, 60 degrees will be 60 degrees away from anything at 29 Pisces. And that's how you can quickly look at a chart if it's not showing the aspects, and you can work things out. First, just look to see if the numbers match. And then you can do the mental math of, you just have to know the signs in order. And each one is 30. So, yeah. Anyway. So yes, there is it's called a sextile because it's 60 degrees. And that tends to be a positive, it tends to be a positive kind of energizing aspect. Although you do need to take action. All right, back to here. Back to here. So transiting Saturn at 29 Pisces is sextile her natal Saturn at 29 Capricorn. Okay. Saturn sextile Saturn is actually a supportive structure transit, which is what I was just talking about. It can indicate the system working in her favor, or at least her being able to work within it. She knows how to navigate institutional power, and this transit says the machinery is responsive to her right now. So will she get out? According to Claude, who is putting this much more calmly than I'm feeling, here's my read. The chart shows she's absolutely making her play, and the transits support that this is a real window of opportunity for her. Saturn sextile Saturn, Neptune's fog providing cover, Pluto transforming her public position. The Neptune square Mars is the key signature, though. Whatever she's offering is wrapped in deception. Thank you. Thank you. She pled the fifth today and simultaneously offered to talk if freed. That is Neptune square Mars, saying nothing while appearing to offer everything. The South Node conjunct Pluto suggests this is a reckoning. She can't fully escape. Karmic debts don't just dissolve because you offer to name names. And Neptune at 0 degrees Aries, squaring that Mars from 11th. The networks, the powerful friends, the group associations, the fog is all over that. My astrological gut, she's going to get something. Now, it says here, like the transfer to a minimum security. She's already in a minimum security prison that people with her type of convictions are basically banned. They're not allowed to be put in these kind of facilities. But Trumpy and the DOJ made an exception just for her. The maybe preferential treatment, possibly a commutation down the line. But a full release would require Neptune to fully separate from Mars and square the Pluto to complete its work. She's in the middle of the transit, not at the resolution. The play she's making today is part of a longer process, not a conclusion. The fact that Saturn is about to enter Aries means the structural support she's getting from Saturn, sextile Saturn, is about to end. That's good. Once Saturn crosses into Aries and starts opposing, no, Aries doesn't oppose Capricorn. But still, if it's moving on, it will end. Aries tech support. Bum. Aries. So I gotta tell it. Aries is not opposite Capricorn. It gets the meanings right, but sometimes it gets caught up on the aspects. It'll start squaring her stellium, her Capricorn stellium, which is even more pressured. Squares are active friction, obstacles, forced action. That actually reinforces the point, though. Saturn and Aries squaring all of that Capricorn is the system creating direct conflict with her power structure. The sextile from late Pisces is the last bit of institutional cooperation she's getting before it turns into a grind. The window for any deal is narrow. So I thought you would want to know about that. I know it took a lot of time, but yeah. Anyway, let's have a look. There's this, put her in a room with the survivors and their families. Mayor, I'll just throw in that I use whole sign houses because Andre does, and I have found since at his recommendation and anything Andre recommends astrologically, I'm in, and I have found it to be very useful. Anyway, so Ghoul. What's going to happen with the Ghoul? Trump wishes her well, you know. That says she's the worst. Oh, yes. Catmom says you're not overreacting. She's a monster. She's a manipulative narcissist, and she has enough dirt on the right men. Yeah, she does, but she's not going to do it too. Because she believes, she has said she and Epstein did nothing wrong. To her, she did nothing wrong. That's terrifying. Okay, so she's definitely communicating with Trump and his ilk. Where's my, okay. Media assets, go down to the bottom. The reading for Ghoulaine. She's been so aggrieved by justice. Oh, it's so terrible. Poor her. She has to hang out with the pores. Oh, poor Ghoulaine. Having to be, I can't handle too much of that. Having to hang out with the pores. Of Hanged Man and Tower. So that does not bode well for her, but make no mistake, you or I, we would never do what she did, first of all. But if we inadvertently did something heinous, we would feel terrible. We would try to make amends. We would, be a human being. She's got none of that. She does not think she did anything wrong. She believes she deserves to do whatever she wants. When I say she's a monster, I'm not kidding. There is no redeeming quality. She belongs in prison. All right, what is the Tower? I've got the Tower card twice now. King of Pentacles. These are the men pushing for her to get whatever she wants or whatever it takes so that because she has said the minute she gets out of prison, she sets foot out of prison, she's leaving the country. Never to set foot on U.S. soil again. And I don't care what a judge is saying. No, you can't do that. No. She has said, she didn't say I won't listen to a judge. Of course, she's not going to say that out loud. But she has said she is going to go from the prison onto a plane, and her family overseas have said that they want her left out. They want her out of prison, and they want to bring her home. On the defensive, but Trump had a victory. Barf, Lover's card. Tower, 3 of Cups. This makes me think that the victims may end up happier. And she has gotten the Tower card here twice now. And frankly, I don't even know that that's necessarily... That Tower card is necessarily what's being decided right now. I honestly think that there's a real chance that, let's think of it this way. If Trump is out of office for whatever reason, she's got nothing. Nothing. Not a thing. Vance isn't going to help her. Why would Vance help her? I mean, then again, you've got Teal, who was, Teal, who was buddy with Epstein, but yes, Lucky Girl saying, I misheard there was metadata saying the 10th, but instead there was not. So now there's requests for that metadata to confirm the date. Yes, Lucky Girl, we'll be getting to that. Thank you. Thank you. And you don't need to worry. You're still an international treasure, and we're grateful you're here, Lucky Girl. I mean, the card at the end is good. I'm just concerned. Yeah, she's already in the posh prison. And she's only got a 20-year sentence, which is a crime in and of itself. Ouch. This whole thing. Seriously, the only way I was able to get through this morning, getting ready for this live stream, is a stomach full of chocolate cake and tortilla chips. I'm not kidding. Yeah. King of Swords. So there's your legal action, your judges, your prosecutors, your lawyers, your all of that. Page of Wands, 4 of Wands. So this is how much leverage she has. You'd think she'd have some. And she's in this minimum security prison. But there's Judgment, and there's the 6 of Cups. So why am I just afraid? Am I just so afraid that she's going to get out, or that dumpster fire? Because anytime you think, oh, he wouldn't do that. He couldn't stoop so low. Yeah, he could. Lewis is a balanced breakfast. Yes. Yeah. Bern says, hey, who told you my diet? There we go. Canada Proud says, no wonder you need Tums. It isn't normally. isn't normally like that. Usually it's just my protein coffee, maybe some oatmeal, but man. It wasn't super amazing chocolate cake. It was just wacky cake, just plain Great Depression wacky cake chocolate. But still, chocolate is chocolate and sugar. This is cake for brekkie. You looked in my fridge. Yeah. Cindy says I bake when stressed. Yeah. Carol says breakfast of champions. Yeah. I'm getting she's going to get something. But she's not going to, I'm not getting she's going to get everything she wants. I have her sitting pretty. But that's the thing with all that she knows. Since she knows what she does, how is she ever put in prison in the first place? We've seen if you're in the know, if you have money and blackmail material, of which she has both, people like that in our system I'm sorry, but they have not been going to prison. They have not been held accountable. She's the only one in prison. Everything in the Epstein files, and she's the only one in prison. And that's not for the rest of her life. How is she even there? So she's sitting pretty, adding insult to injury to the poor victims who deserve a consensual hug. Discomfort. We do have justice in the middle. Three of Swords, King of Wands. So I have justice, and that's good. But man, that's Trump. There's heartache. That's Trump. He's going to do something. I don't know what it is, though. I have this feeling like I lack the imagination of this villain, of these villains. Jay Green, you're right. I think you're right. It's because she's a woman. That's a big part of it. Yeah. What was I going to say? Okay, so that was that. The next question, 3250. This kind of comes down to, oh, my sweet summer child. If she was let out, would she actually tell the truth? But you ask, and I'll read on it. Let's see what the cards say. If she was let out, would she tell the truth? With nothing, again, hanging over her head. Crisco says, absolutely not. G Green says, that's obvious. No. Oh, she's so aggrieved. Oh, the monster, she's just been so mistreated. There's no caviar in sight. And she has to, be around the pores, and she only has the warden doing her bidding. And if you think I'm kidding, look it up. Knight of Pentacles, the Star. No. The super rich would have a choice. Set her up overseas in the lifestyle to which she has grown accustomed. And then she's set. She keeps her mouth shut. You don't pay up. Okay, so Tarot Sphere 25 says, I make the best chocolate cake on the planet. Oh, is there any chance it's vegan? Lewis gifted 5 memberships for random people in the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And says, no, the answers would go to the highest bidder. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to a different topic. considering I've spent half of the live stream on this. But I found it a little, let's say, distressing. Okay, so at 35 minutes in, despite President Dumpster Fire claiming that he would boycott the Bad Bunny show, new footage obtained by MeidasTouch shows the show was playing inside his own Super Bowl party. The Turning Point USA TPUSA show received 4.5 million viewers, less than the last amount of Trump voters in Texas. And many of those are now believed to be bots. Kid Rock and Company recorded their offering last week to a crowd of 200 paid attendees. And I'm told that Kid Rock wore jorts. Let us never forget that in the immortal words of Kid Rock, in his own song that he sung over and over and over, I am quoting, "Some call it statutory, I call it mandatory." I'm not making that up. That's real. And please think of that every single time that you think of Kid Rock. Please. Jorts are jean shorts. They go just below the knee. Your fashion choice is your fashion choice, but yeah. Crazy Cat Lady Farley. It's been a minute. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for helping the channel. Thank you. Jeannie says he lip synced all of it. I heard that, and it was he did it. He even lip synced it badly. Yeah. And it doesn't say here, but Trump was complaining about the Bad Bunny show, the presentation that we can't understand him. Really? You can't understand him? Have you met your wife? Even the scumbag director of the documentary, the Melania documentary, said that there were times he had trouble understanding her. Anyway. I just find it funny that they left the Bad Bunny part at Trump's own Super Bowl party. They left on the Bad Bunny halftime show rather than switch over to Turning Point. Oh, well. Finzenberger, thank you. May I invite you to some more chocolate cakes? I would love that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Look, it's my racism card for the reading. Oh, there's the racist emperor or would-be emperor. Yeah, there's not much here. It doesn't feel like this is going to have any kind of big lasting effect. I'm getting Knight of Pentacles, refusal to listen. And people, apparently he did a good job. Bad Bunny did a good job, and a good time was had by all. So I'm not getting this having repercussions. So, okay. Debbie says, your overlay inspired my Valentine creation, watercolor postcards. Ooh. Excuse me. Thank you. All right. So, let me make sure I get to the stuff that's pressing right now. Just 1 second. Yeah, okay, I want to make sure I get to this one. And after this, I'm going to show you a very brief image. I'm just going to show you on my phone, brief image from a social media post. It's so silly. It made me kind of laugh a little, and we're going to need that. At 40:15, state election officials have told NBC News that the dumpster fire administration has largely withdrawn from election security, dismantling and defunding the federal infrastructure, especially the CISA that once provided threat monitoring, intelligence briefings, and coordination, leaving states to scramble to replace lost resources on their own, even as the administration sues states over voter rolls and pushes new voting restrictions, deepening concerns about vulnerability ahead of upcoming elections. What does this mean for the midterms? The other thing is they're trying to bring back the SAVE Act. It didn't pass before. They're trying again. That's the fun little thing. Oh, look. Fun little thing. Oh, big changes of corrupt natures. Before I go on fire, I gifted 10 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. This is if you recall, the SAVE Act is the bit of would-be legislation that says if you are standing around with your ex-husband's last name, current or former, and it's not the name that's on your birth certificate, you better get a real ID or a passport, or you won't be able to vote. And when I know there's one video of a Republican at a town hall who was basically yelled at by a constituent who said, "Why are you supporting this?" He stood up there. First, he kind of smiled during her question. And then he said, "Oh, I wasn't aware that was part of it." I may have been born at night, but I wasn't born last night. Pam says I already sent for my certified marriage certificate. There we go. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you so much. Thank you. Actually, I was born in the evening, but still. I don't see how they could get this thing passed. I really don't. With all of the Democrats pushing back against it, I don't see how they could get this passed. But the last card has me a little concerned because either from this or something else, I've got Republicans waiting for the ship to come in, looking for their ship to come in. Yeah. There's my card for voting. Two of Swords. Three of Pentacles. Oh, they've got a plan, and it involves a lot of chaos. And there's a lot of heartache in the middle, a lot of pain. And they've got a big old world card. Ending. And the far right looking for their ship to come in. Let me double check. TC Poor says, I never changed my name when I got married. Thank God. Yeah, I wish I hadn't. Here we are, though. Summer Virgo says people are still going to vote against them. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just Me says, never changed my maiden name and checked my voter restriction 2 weeks ago. Your registration? Excellent. Good idea. Jolie, yes, because cheating is the only way they will ever win. You are correct. Deb says Republicans are trying to make women feel like they're less than men once again. Vern says it's 2026, y'all. You no longer become his property once you say I do. Yeah, but then again, I'm never going to remarry. Ever. I'm done. There's no wedding board on my Pinterest. There's a lot of business stuff and graphics. Ooh, a lot of angry men. Sorry, a lot of people angry at men. 7 of Pentacles, fruits of labor. Oh yeah, look what we did. Look what we did. Look what we did. Again, far right is doing everything they can to try to retain some form of power. Queen of Swords. This is a lot of women voters and a lot of men who vote who believe that I know it's crazy. Believe that women are equals. I know. What a crazy thought. Who knew? Which leaves Republicans a day late and a dollar short. And, it's not that every single one of them will be out of power. It's just the Republicans in power are just kind of there. And they can't, it's not good for them. And boy, I felt a lot of anger towards those men, but man, the Queen of Swords in the middle, do not mess with her. Do not mess with her. Whew. Hell's Balance, I took my maiden name back. I did not want any part of the X. I understand. Canada Prize married for 45 years. Congratulations. Congratulations. Valerie, Sage the Scale Tarot. Do follow Sage the Scales Tarot. Got my real ID, my husband's death certificate, my Star Wars fan club membership from the 1980s, a citizenship ribbon from each grade 2 to 6, a CVS receipt, and some cough drop wrappers. I'm covered. That was good. That was good. Hang on. That was good. Okay, so I love that. Cindy says, love the kitty picture. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Anyway, they're going to try everything they possibly can. And by the way, from what I understand, I could be wrong, but in the research I've done, it might actually be easier for me to get a passport from a post office than to find a DMV to get real ID. So I'm going to have to do something, I guess. Summer Verber says CVS receipt should suffice as long as it is. Yeah. You'd think that they'd finally just give up after the first, 3 scrolls. Okay, just go. Yeah. All right, I want to make sure I got to that. Melissa had an interesting question at 49:30. Well, you know how Trump has been making our allies angry. Surprise. Melissa is pointing out that as of early 2026, Germany holds approximately 37% of its gold reserves in the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. This is a long-standing arrangement from the Cold War, but my understanding is, at least from what I was reading, correct me if I'm wrong, they said that Germany has like the second largest gold reserves of any country in the world. Is that true? Debbie says, do the passport ASAP. That's taking months. Oh, okay. Thank you. Anyway, they may want their gold back. 3,350 ton gold reserves, roughly 1,236 tons valued at over 160 billion euros. And renewed concerns over U.S. political volatility have prompted calls from German politicians and economists to repatriate these assets. Crisco says, wait, what? Why don't you have a DMV? I don't have a car, is what I don't have. So, but I do have a post office I could walk to. I think you can get the, I think when I looked, it said I could get an appointment there, but I'd have to check again. It might not be big enough. Anyway. Visualize 70 says 160 billion euros. Is that all? Well, it says that's the 1,236, which is like, which is like half of what it said. Because it said Germany holds approximately 37%. Oh, Germany holds approximately 37% of its total 3,350 ton gold reserves here. So it's just 160 billion euros here. It's that and a bit more still in Germany, I assume. Thank you. Thank you. The funny thing is, I don't have. Yeah, I mean, they could. This would be the money people, and this would be the security you would need to move it. Talk about a ship that would be a gold mine for pirates. A definite, yeah. Anyway, sitting pretty. That's a lot of money. There's Mar-a-Lago. Sick of that. German people. Yeah, you didn't elect Trump. You should be proud of yourselves. Knight of Pentacles. King of Swords. So they might. I'm not getting it being like a massive thing, news story, something. Jolie says, Autumn, get a non-driver's real ID. Oh, I have a driver's license. I can drive. I can drive a stick even, but I can't. I don't have a car. It's not worth the. I really just can't afford it, and I make do as I am. I also don't go anywhere, so. Catherine says gold is heavy. That's a lot of plane rides. Yeah, which would make me think that's why they'd probably put it on a ship, but. G Green says, I don't know what difference it makes if Germany takes back its gold reserves. Well, it's quite a message to New York, supposedly being the financial center of blah-de-de-blah. taking quite a hit if other countries start saying, yeah, our gold reserve, yeah, our gold, yeah, we're taking it back. Give. Yeah. Crisco says you can get your driver's license, real ID at the DMV. Check with them for necessary documents. Yes, absolutely. You can get I had a real ID when I was in Wisconsin, but I don't have one right now. So, hang on. Okay. Lena says they don't trust Dumpy and they shouldn't. There you go. So, decisions. Star. That's the card of moving stuff. There's the card of resources. And then there's dumpster fire, far right communication, and lots of grossness. Chances are, I think we would find out if they did it. We'd only find out later. That's what I get. All right. I adore you, but I'm done here. I can't. I just can't. I can't. I'm done. I have had my fill. I have learned more things about Epstein stuff, and I want to now focus on the kitty. Hey, come here. Oh, come here. I know you're comfy, but come here. I need you. Oh, come here. I need you. You are the boo-boo. Oh, you are the Bailey boo. Oh, you are the Bailey boo. You are so precious. You are so good. You're so good. Yes, you are. Oh, look at the precious one. Well, why can't you just hang out with me? Oh, he is the good boy with the kitty toes. And he's warm. He's happy. Just a good kitty. Just a good Bailey boo. Oh, precious one. Good boy. Good boy. It's okay. You're okay. Can you see his little toes at the bottom? Little kitty toes. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Precious one. You are the Bailey boo. Good boy. Good boy. Good kid. Precious one. You okay? Just a handsome kitty. Just a handsome kitty. Looking around. No. He's a good boy. All right, well, there you go. There you go, precious. There you go, precious. All right. I needed that. Whew. Thank you. How old is Bailey? Oh, good question. He's in his early teens. Yes. Early teens. So, anyway. Oh, okay. Thank you. I really needed that. Yeah, we all needed that. Exactly. MB. All right. Oh, thank you, Cat Mom. Virgo Fire says, goodbye. Dogs are ready for the dog park. Oh, good. Good. All right. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. If you don't need to learn more about what's going on in the news, wait till tomorrow. Unless there's something big that happens and your phone will blow up with headlines. Just live your life. All right. So I hope you are not alone. We're in this together. There are good days ahead. All right. And as always, I will see you later. Okay. Oh, and yes, and I can renew my driver's license online in Illinois, but I can't get real ID or passport. I've got to leave the house for that. Okay. All right. Take care.